Hey, Steve Zook here. Welcome back to Hoaxu channel. Hey, this is a guitar that I think I called it mystery guitar on my website. Let me turn another light on here. And this is really an incredible guitar. It's very rare. I recently had a couple people interested in it, but I want to kind of reiterate a couple things. First off, the back does not have a center seam, which is a good thing. It's like a kind of more of a high-end guitar. And when I move the guitar, the flame actually changes. It actually disappears in some places, and then it becomes thinner in some places, and that's the real deal, you know. Like I can look at it here and I can move it like this, and the flame kind of dances and changes and gets thinner. It either gets thinner or it actually certain flames I see at a different angle with the naked eye disappears. It's really this is really a high quality guitar. It's kind of a mystery. Another person who has a very successful classical guitar business told me he thought the back might be Coca-Cola. It's a very rare wood. There's a lot of Coca-Cola out of Belize. Another person who manages one of the largest classical guitar companies in the world, the Guitar Salon actually, because I was looking at something there, said that he felt this might be a guitar, made by somebody who was like maybe an apprentice to a really great maker. I kind of get a vibe the wood might have come from Belize, but this is really a nice guitar, and so I've had some people call me interested that get it, and some people that call me that I think are just trying to hack away at me, trying to get it dirt freaking cheap. I mean, I own a lot of guitars. I own over 24 nylon strings of various types and whatnot, and this is one of my favorite guitars. It just sounds freaking beautiful. And like I said, this back has got that kind of dancing flame. I'm not sure if you can see that from the angle you're at. I might need to, but like I said, I was looking at it kind of like if you look at a 59 Les Paul reissue or a guitar that's highly flamed and you move it and the flame kind of dances and moves depending on how you move the guitar. You can't fake that, guys. That's real wood. And I don't see a center seam on the top either. This is one of my favorite guitars, and one of the things I like about it is it's got just a slightly smaller scale. So because I write some very difficult music on nylon string, and I do some really, really difficult chords, like a chord like this. But yeah, this dancing flame thing is, like I said, it's not something you can fake, because like when you move the guitar at different angles, the flame, and sometimes I was looking at it last night, the flame actually disappeared. It's like a magic trick. And then in some other places where I look at the guitar, the flame actually gets thinner. You can't fake that, folks. This is really a nice guitar. The guy I bought it from had a lot of really nice stuff. And I think I bought 4 guitars from him. That's the only reason he almost didn't let this one go because he really loved it. But he was a man in his 80s. He wasn't able to play much anymore. And when he heard me play, it was kind of nice. He felt really good. He goes, I would feel good about you getting this guitar. And then he almost changed. He kind of started changing his mind. But I want to show this. I'm not sure you can see this dancing wood thing I'm talking about. But I just want to kind of reiterate that point. But this guitar sounds incredible. And my best price on it is $2,000 plus shipping, and I don't want to argue. And recently some guy offered me like a really low ball offer. I know where he's coming from. He's like, well, I'll hit him really low and see where he end up. I mean, come on, And now these are really... These are old strings. up as usual, but this guitar sounds incredible. I mean, I own a lot of guitars, and every time I pick this one up to play it, I'm stoked. Like, but you know, don't email me on this guitar if you're hoping to get it for like, you know, like dirt, super low ball. You know, I don't have to sell it. I really don't want to sell it, actually. So somebody's got to pay me a decent price. I've got somebody in Japan right now. I just told another possible buyer about it, and he just laughed at me, but I'm not kidding. I got a guy in Japan. He's bought from me before. His wife had COVID. She almost died. She's in the hospital. She's coming out pretty soon. He might buy it when she gets out. But I'm really not even that nuts about selling it. It's just, you know, a great guitar tone is not just about volume. It's about, excuse me. This guitar has a very, very focused sound. It's about focused voice. This guitar has a very sweet kind of, you know, Strad violin, you know, mid-range warmth, and as well as the trebles. But this is really a nice guitar. And like I said, I won't know till I look at the video, but you can move the guitar and see that, you know, the flame changes depending upon how you move the guitar. The flame changes. It gets thinner, and then sometimes I'll be looking at a certain piece of flame from one angle, okay, and then it actually, it changes and disappears or becomes thicker. You can't fake that, guys. This is really an interesting piece of wood. I think it might be Cocobolo from Belize, and talking to somebody else. But yes, I don't know exactly where this guitar was made, but it reflects a lot of knowledge, and the tone of this guitar reflects something, you know, pretty heavy. Whoever made this either was a very mature luthier, or like one guy suggested that manages the Guitar Salon, which is the largest classical dealer in the freaking world. He says it might have been made by an apprentice of somebody really heavy, and then the guy, you know, kind of watched over the apprentice's shoulder. The apprentice was a highly skilled builder himself, but he was studying with another luthier, and the other luthier, the master luthier, you know, watched over his shoulder, made small adjustments, etc. This is really a nice guitar. This is not just some, you know, cheap guitar. It's you know, I've been selling guitars over 35 years. I own a lot of classicals. I've sold Ramirez's and all kinds. This is really a nice guitar. So if you can't afford $2,000 plus shipping, please don't waste your time or my time, okay? I really don't want to sell this, but I hardly ever play it. Every time I do play it, though, I'm really, really stoked because it just sounds awesome. And certain chords, like I said, certain chords like this I can do in this. Hear that. It just sounds bitchin'. Anyway, it's a great guitar. most interesting guitars I've ever had. It's so hard to describe tone to people, but it has a mid-range and a mid-bass focus. It's just beautiful, and that's where it just sounds unreal. You can really hear it on something like this. You can tell by the tone, this is made with old wood, and like I said, this Cocobolo back, which I think is what it is super rare. I've been playing guitar since I was 7 or 8. I started buying a lot of guitars around 20. I'm 68, so I've been buying guitars a long time. I've never seen a back like this. It's freaking art, man. It's so beautiful, the back, and there's no center seam, which is a good thing. That's more like a high-end guitar. It's a lot easier just to take a piece of wood and cut it in half, But yeah, this is just a gorgeous guitar. It has been played. The top's a little bit rough, but so what? That's one of the reasons it sounds so good, because it's been played. But anyway, if you can't afford, because I got an offer today out that was ridiculous, and then people always act really arrogant about it. Well, what can you do, if you're going to make an offer on a nice, like I recently bought a D35, and I made I started a little bit low, but not insanely low to slap the guy in the face, so to speak. I made an offer that was respectable, but yet not close to what he might take or what I might offer. And then I finally realized, okay, so I made a really good offer that was a win-win for both parties. But if you can't afford $2,000 plus shipping, just don't waste your time and my time. This guitar is worth every dime. And I have people who've been buying guitars from me for over 20 years. So when I say I have people interested, I'm not kidding you. But I'm in no rush to sell this. Part of me really doesn't want to sell it, because every time I play it, I just love it. I just really enjoy this guitar, and it's slightly smaller scale, plays really nice, and I just love this guitar. It's one of the most interesting sounding guitars I've ever had. And again, I'm trying to show the figure on the back. It's probably kind of hard to see what I'm talking about with the naked eye, where the flame kind of changes and disappears depending upon what angle you're looking at, and you can't fake that. It's like the flame kind of dances. Anyway, I love this guitar. So if you can't afford $2,000 plus shipping, please don't waste my time or your time. Then I'm not being arrogant, but I'm getting tired of bozos. Some people call me up and they're respectable. They can tell it's really special. They can hear the tone, tell it's special. But people that send me super lowball offers, it's ridiculous. And like I said, I've got somebody right now very interested. But he knows me. He respects my playing. He read my CD review at Vintage Guitar Magazine. You just go to vintageguitar.com, put in Steve Zook, read my review. He knows I'm an artist. He knows I'm a real deal. He's bought from me before. Everything he's bought from me, he just loves. He's had offers for more than what he's paid me. This guy's quite the collector. He's very successful with a big company. But anyway, he's even told me, look, if you don't feel good about selling it, don't. He's really a classy guy. I've got some customers that are really classy, But I guess we all send out offers sometimes that are way, way, way too low. But I try to find that middle ground. But anyway, this is an incredible guitar. If anybody's interested, you can email me, stevezook7@yahoo.com. That's STEVEZOOK, the number 7, not spelled out, just number 7@yahoo.com. Or text me 714-548-0385. All right, take care. This guitar just sounds incredible. I don't think I'm warmed up enough yet to do my really insane fast stuff. But you can just hear, like I said, just even that, stop right there. All right, folks, take care. If you can't afford $2,000 plus shipping, please don't waste your time. Don't waste my time, and don't send me a ridiculous offer. really not even that nuts about selling it. But I would like it to go to a good home because I play it once every 4 months. I've got 24 classicals, but this is actually one of my favorites. So maybe I shouldn't even be selling it. I don't know, but it's kind of a zen thing with me. If somebody's cool and I like their vibe and it can be a win-win. I like my guitars to go to the right person. All right, take care.